Hello everyone, Bimmy here. Today I will be reviewing Rambo 3, so let's get into this review. So the movie begins with Colonel Troutman and Red from that 70s. Yeah, I know his name's not Red in this, but I don't care. They're looking for him, and then Rambo is in a sport where he has to fight this dude, and then he wins. And then Rambo is living a normal life, and Colonel Troutman and Red want him to be in a mission again. Rambo says he doesn't do that anymore. And it turns out it's a war between Afghanistan and Russia. And then Rambo says he doesn't want to do it. And Colonel Troutman says he's going to do it. And then Colonel Troutman goes on the mission. And then a Russian helicopter captures them. And then the next day, Red tells Rambo and doesn't think he wants to do the mission. And then Rambo looks for this guy and he says he's gonna help Rambo fight the Russians. And then it shows Colonel Troutman being captured and asked where the missiles are. And then Rambo and this guy they ride horses to Afghanistan, or they already were there. And then Colonel Troutman's being beaten, and then he's asking him where the missiles are. And then Rambo says he can go in here alone, and then how he's gonna get there. And then they're doing a sport, and Rambo's in it, and it's where they gotta ride a horse with a goat, and then they get attacked by the Russians. Then one of the Russian guys hits a woman and child, and then Rambo goes crazy, which I would too. And then Rambo ducks under a tank, grabbing the thing at the front, and then sneaks in to the base, and then he asks captured women where an American is, and then they point over to where Colonel Troutman's at, and then the little kid that is helping Rambo screws it all up, and then Rambo has to kill everyone. Then Rambo and that guy and that kid have to go into the sewers, and then once they get up to the above ground, Rambo blows up part of the base, and then he got injured earlier, so he has to cauterize the wound. And then the next day, Rambo sneaks up on a Russian guy who is about to attack him, but then he just takes the guy and breaks his neck. And then Rambo is able to free Colonel Troutman and all the other hostages. Then they steal a helicopter, and then it gets shot down, and then they have to get out of it before it blows up. Then Rambo blows up a helicopter with a gun. Then Rambo goes underground. He uses a blue light to have the Russians attack one of their guys. Then Rambo gets attacked by a big dude that was torturing Troutman. Then he wraps something around his neck. Then he pulls a grenade pin. Then he kicks him underground. And then he gets hung and it explodes. And then Rambo and Colonel Troutman shoot at the Russians. And then Colonel Troutman gets injured, but he survives. And then Rambo gets into a tank. And then blows up the bad guy who's in his helicopter, and that's how the movie ends. Thank you guys for watching. That was my review of Rambo 3. So don't expect too many videos this month and next month, but we'll see you in the next video. Peace.